Welcome to the Millennial Life Coaches podcast. At MLC, our mission is simple: add value to help you take on massive action towards your life goals. Here, we feature amazing coaches from all over the world, share compelling stories, and discuss proven practices to help keep your energy high and in the flow. Learn more about MLC at millenniallifecoaches.com.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of How to Get Ahead by Millennial Life Coaches. I'm one of your hosts, Lorna Taylor, and it's not just me here today. I am joined by Vanessa Marie, who we've just been having a really lovely chat just now before I pressed
Yeah.
record about how she's in the States and I'm in the UK, and she works with so many people in the UK. So Vanessa, it's so lovely to actually meet you and chat to you. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what you
Yeah.
do and how you describe what you do, and give us your intro?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. It's so amazing. We were just talking, Lorna and I, about our accents and just how I always come onto these calls with people in the UK or Australians. For some reason, I just connect with them and I always feel so improper because I'm like, oh my God, I'm the American coming in here. I feel like I give off McDonald's, Burger King vibes. But we love these connections, just love connecting with anyone around the world. So, what I do and a little bit about who I am a business life coach. And the reason I'm not just business or just life is because part of my whole business and coming into my world is that they both go hand in hand. It's not just business and it's not just life, but it truly is the art and the design of making sure that your business intertwines so beautifully with your life. I work with so many business owners that come from a burnt out place or come from a place where they've built this really successful business, but it's not meeting all of their needs, whether that is the financial needs, like they're not making the money they want to be making, it's not meeting their needs of being as present with their family as they would want to be, or converting clients how they would want to be. So in my world, we intertwine both things. No one is more important than the other. Like your business should support your life and intertwine beautifully into those goals that you have of being present with your family, buying your family the beautiful home. Just really remember why we are doing all of this. And that is why it is Business Life Coach together. And a little bit about specifically what I go into with my clients is I have this phrase, I haven't trademarked it. So I just have this phrase that I say all the time that is called a business architect. And my world is all about designing your business, not copying and paste it. And there's no shame to when you are just starting your business, building off of somebody else's shoulders, right? I did the same thing when I started my business. But your business typically gets to this point where you don't want to be the copy and paste anymore because it doesn't meet your passions, it doesn't meet your unique life, it doesn't meet the unique things that you want. And that is where business architecting comes in. And it's this beautiful process of designing a business that is meant for you, like your passions, your life, the future that you are building with a partner, by yourself, for your family, for your loved ones. It's beautifully designed for you. And that's just a little bit about what we do in my world.
Okay, I love this. I love the phrase. Okay, so I'm thinking then that you will have come across lots of people, mainly women. Would I say mainly women? You tend to, yeah, most of
Yes.
us tend to work with women. That's fine.
Mhm.
Tell me about some of their businesses and lives then that they're dreaming about,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
different to traditional ways of living. Like, let us
Yeah.
dream a little bit. Like, what are the kinds of things that your clients and your
Yeah.
the people in your community are working towards and dreaming of? Like, let us get
Oh
excited.
my gosh. Oh my God. Yes, this lights up my soul because so many of them are in different industries. So when somebody comes into my world, everything starts with the very first benchmark of clarity, right? You would think that this would be the first step that most business owners go through, but in fact, it's the step that most business owners skip. And this is where they get it wrong. When you skip the step of clarity, this is the example I love to give people. If you actually go to an architect and you tell that architect, build me my dream home, but you don't give that architect any specifications, like, I want my home to be Mediterranean and yellow toned, or I want my home to be modern and white and brown tones. If you don't give any of those details, your architect is going to build you a generic house. And I'm not sure how it is in the UK, but here in the States, a generic home is like a complex of townhouses where they all look the same. They're the same color, they all look the same. Or a complex of houses, but still they all look the same. They're all white, they have the same roof. If you
Yeah.
don't give detail, you're going to end up with something so generic that's not going to meet the needs of your dreams. And
Mhm.
that's what happens to so many business owners in business. Again, there's no shame in starting here, but if you get to the point where you're like, I want more, this isn't the end all be all, I'm dreaming of something else, you need to get so detailed as to what you are dreaming. What is the passion that you have? If you brutally ask yourself the question, and this is what we always do at the beginning, like brutally ask yourself, what would you never do again in your business if you didn't have to? What would you never sell again if you never had to sell it? Like if money didn't depend on it, what would you never sell again? And they get brutally, brutally honest with themselves. And then once we have that brutally honest stuff, that's where we start designing. Now it's time to design a business that is uniquely fit to you because you just gave me the details in quotations of what you want your house to look like. Like you told me you want it to be modern and spacious so that you can be with your family. You told me you wanted it to give you the ability to travel. You told me you wanted to make 20, 30, 50K cash months from it without being stuck on your laptop. So to give you some specific scenarios of some of my beautiful clients and thinking of the ones that maybe I've been really hands on with right now, specifically, I have a creative virtual assistant. And anyone who's been in the virtual assistant space knows that it's a very execution based task and you get paid hourly. So she's a mom of three, she's a wife, and she came to me and she's like, I do not want to be glued to my laptop anymore. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm grateful that I can do this. Like, it does give me flexibility. It's better than a 9 to 5, but it is not fulfilling my soul. It's not where I want to be in the long run, and it feels like a job. So we did the whole clarity framework, and we have gotten to this point where she is going to be a course creator, and we're launching her first offer, a course creator for moms who want to start their own business. And from there, she's going to start her own clothing brand of something that she calls mombitious. So, moms that are ambitious, moms who don't want to lose themselves in motherhood. Like, we've really tapped into this deep desire she had inside of her to challenge the standard of motherhood and say motherhood is beautiful, but it does not have to be your full personality. If you want to be a mom and be the breadwinner, you can do that. If you want to be a mom and also have people support you and help you or retire your husband, that's one of her big goals. I can do that. I don't just have to be a mom. I can show my kids that I can be more than that and be a greater example. Um, Another example is somebody who was also a VA but wanted to go the agency route. So transitioning her whole business from it just relying on her shoulders to it going into an agency and having multiple people under her, and she's not the one doing all the work for her clients. And one more example for you, because there's so many, is a coach who simply wants to scale and not feel like her coaching business is drained or is a job. And I've run into this so much, Lorna, like so many business owners that they're like, yeah, it's nice to have the title business owner, but if I'm being honest with myself, it feels like a job. And sometimes it feels like even more than a job. Like I'm doing more than I would in my 9 to 5. And it's nice to say, like, I own my own business, but it's a lot of work. And I'm glued to my laptop. And even coaches who they advertise themselves as helping other women find freedom, they themselves are not having freedom in their business because they're glued to the client delivery, the client reviews, the client calls. So I have a coach in my world who's like, I want to, like, I love my business, I love what I do, but I want to have freedom. So it's shifting everything to giving her a business where she can still coach many women and not feel like she's draining her soul at the cost of it, but she can make those high revenue months and still be present with her family.
Hey there, if you've been stuck about how to get clients, how do you turn strangers into clients, I want to invite you to take my free From Crickets to Clients series class, and it's taking you through how to make a freebie funnel that leads to more sales. Now, before you go thinking it's going to be super techy or confusing, I want to let you know it's very simple to start creating a freebie, or what I call a pre-offer, that interests people in your services and makes them want to know more about you. And that is a great place to start if you are building up your audience and email list. So check it out at haleyrowe.com/live event, all one word, and can't wait to hear how it goes for you. And thank you, MLC, for featuring me. My name's Haley Rowe. I'm a marketing and sales coach. I'm also on Instagram at Haley_Rowe. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
I just went on a yap session for you.
I think you gave me 3 examples there that were perfect of like people really following their passions and
Yeah.
developing, I guess, really different business models, for want of another word. Like if you're not
Mm-hmm.
a business background, you might not even know these options are possible. And with
Correct.
all the tech and, stuff out there in the digital world, you don't even know what's out there.
Yeah.
When someone goes, hey, have you considered an agency model? Have you considered
Yeah.
pivoting and just doing one offer and that being your
Yeah.
signature offer, which often happens in coaching and lots with
Yeah.
the people in our community, where they just say, actually, I don't want to be split between digital products and a membership and free content and this and that and that. And they just say, I'm putting all my specialty into one signature offer, and that is what
Yes.
I'm so
Mm-hmm.
glad you brought this up, because I really wanted to talk to you about this as well. Like transitioning from a job where
Mm.
they need to do 20 different things as part of the job. You
Yeah.
can just say, hold on, I'm just going to do one thing. I'm going to do it really well. I'm going to be amazing at it. It's going to light
Yeah.
me up, and I'm going to build everything from that one thing.
Yep. Yep. Oh my gosh, Lorna, you are lighting up my soul in this conversation because the amount of times I've had to explain this to women, and I will be a broken record as many times as I need to, so that women know that they don't have to live their life a certain way. And men too, but I feel like women are more open to this.
Yeah, women a bit
Yeah.
that all like showing and that mentoring
Yeah.
and that like
Yeah.
persuading, encouraging. Yeah, 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 absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the space for women. Some men, if they feel called to it, but I feel like we're just more multidimensional. No shade to men or to my partner because he's a man, but men have really simple needs. It's very like one, two, three. Women are like, no, I have like 10 needs and they all deserve to be met at the same time. And that's what your business should give you. Um,
Vanessa, do you know how many times we do this podcast and we end up going on a sidetrack to just like start bashing men? I need to, but it just turns into like, oh,
It's
man.
hilarious. It's so funny, but it's a universal experience. Like, men is
Yeah.
something every woman can understand.
We're surrounded by amazing women, so why would we,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like that's the inspiration, that's where, so we just look
Yeah.
at them like, oh, guys, come on.
Yeah, for real. Get it together. Get it together. Yeah, a man could never understand, but that's okay. We don't need them to.
That's fine.
To
Yeah.
answer your question, um, there's something so important that you said that I wanted to touch on, which was, and it's funny, I think it ties into the women conversation. Like, for some reason, women feel like there's this standard on us that we need to do it all. And it translates into our business and our jobs. Like, we feel like we need to do it all. We need to clean the house. We need to do the laundry. We need to care for the kids. We need to run the business. We need to be the admin support. We need to do it all. And we put this pressure on ourselves of, I need to create an offer for every single need of every single woman out there. And that's the only way I can make money. And this is why back to the business life. Like there is no business without life. It usually what happens is we project, excuse me, we project what we have going on in our life into our business and it becomes a mirror. But what I tell women is you need to ground yourself, right? You need to come to this place of, I only want to do one thing. And I come across a lot of women that are multi-passionate. So I have a certain skill of like grounding them and be like, I listen, I hear all your ideas. I'm the same way. Like I shower and I just got three new ideas. And I'm like, all these ideas can make me seven figures. Like let's work on them at the same time. But we're actually hurting ourselves if we don't get really good at selling one premium offer first. I'm not saying that's going to be your end all be all, but if you're not good at selling one premium offer first, you're going to have a really hard time selling all those other little offers. You're going to feel frustrated. And I'm going to tell you why or how I explain it. Like one premium offer, high ticket is usually what I tell my clients to do. Like, if you really want to reach those high revenue months, this one premium offer, selling it is going to challenge and stretch the heck out of you. It's not going to be easy and it's not meant to be easy. It's meant to cause a ripple effect inside of you to stop showing up as the version of yourself that is in scarcity, the version of yourself that is creating a different offer to people please everyone, the version of yourself that is accepting low ticket rates when you know you're worth so much more. Selling this premium offer is going to stretch you to become the woman that knows she is meant for wild success, to become the woman that knows she can sell with ease, she is worth the high ticket money, she offers real value, and she changes women's lives. And it comes with so much internal work, kind of like I mentioned there. Like so many of us carry this people pleasing tendency. And we don't realize that the only reason we're creating all these offers is because we feel we need to please every single woman. The truth is, there's space for all of us here. You don't need to meet everyone's needs. You need to meet your person's need, and another woman who has tapped into her calling will meet that other need that they have. Like there's space for all of us. I'm so big on no competition, like every person in their zone of genius, and we will all excel lifting each other up from the shoulders. But this one premium offer is going to get you to stop selling from a place of, I need every single sale, I need all the money. And it's going to get you to sell from a place of, I know the transformation. I know my value. A really big thing I instill in the women in my world, specifically the multi-passionate ones that have a ton of different ideas, is give me one transformation you want to give women right now. Not one offer, not one idea, but one transformation you want to give them. Do you want to help women heal from a breakup? Like, are you going to be a breakup coach? Do you want to help women get fit? Are you going to be a fitness coach? Do you want to serve other women? Are you going to have an agency then? But we need to get to one transformation, develop your skills selling that one transformation, closing sales calls, doing high ticket sales, having conversations in the DMs. All of that is what truly builds a well-rounded woman in business. And that premium offer is going to develop all of those skills inside of you. And listen, all of us suck at the beginning. This is why it's hard. Like when you first start having sales calls, when you are selling your first high ticket offer, when you're chatting with someone in the DMs for the first time, like we all suck. I sucked, but that's the whole point of being a beginner. You know, you have to not be great at the beginning so you get better, so you master the skill. Once women in my world get to that place of being an expert in selling this one premium offer, that one offer is bringing in the monthly recurring revenue. They feel safe in their finances, they feel safe in stability. Then we really have fun. Most women are like, "Oh, Vanessa, like I'm comfortable here. I love my offer. I'm in love. It gives me freedom. It gives me money. I'm happy. Like I can sell this on repeat and I want to reach as many women as possible." Amazing. You just design a business that fits your life and gives you the wealth and success you know you're worth. But then I have my multi-passionate women where they're like, this is amazing. I feel safe. I feel success. I feel safe. I feel stable. And I'm wealthy. Like I'm making more money than I've ever made before. So I feel this passion, this security that money gives us. And then they're like, I'm ready for the next offer. Like I'm ready to do all these other little offers. And the beautiful thing is you've developed the skills that you needed to now sell all those little offers, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Almost like go for the highest premium, most challenging thing first, because then
Yep.
you've nailed that. The
Yep.
offers are going to be easy. It's going to come easier to you. You're more
Yeah.
experienced and you're more competent, and then your
Yep.
confidence is going to soar once you've done that first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. Makes
Yeah. Yeah, and the other token to that is there's women in my world who don't sell high ticket, so they're not service based, but they have product-based businesses where they're selling an actual product where it doesn't make sense to price that product at $1,000. And that's completely fine. If you have a product in mind, like a clothing line, or you have a lip gloss that you're selling, or jewelry that you're selling, your skill then needs to become volume in your world. So, how do we get tons of eyes on our content versus if you're selling a premium offer, we don't need tons of eyes. We need the eyes that are going to purchase this, the eyes that can afford it. But if you're product based, then you need to focus first on developing the skill of getting eyes on your product and selling that one product. Then, when you want to launch the next version of that product, it's easy. I already have the eyes, I have the community. Let's just rinse and repeat. And it makes business feel good, not stressful and draining.
Hey there, listeners. This episode of How to Get Ahead with Millennial Life Coaches is proudly sponsored by CoachCore.
CoachCore is an all-in-one platform built specifically for coaches by coaches. We get it. Running a coaching business can feel overwhelming with all the tech, marketing, and administrative work involved. That's why we created CoachCore, to take the stress out of those details and help you focus on what truly matters, your clients and the transformation you provide.
Exactly. Whether you're managing your calendar, tracking your clients' progress, or assessing a comprehensive library of resources, CoachCore is designed to streamline your operations. Our platform automates the technical side of things, so you can spend more time doing what you love, coaching and creating an impact.
And we know that coaches come in all shapes and sizes with different needs. That's why CoachCore is customizable, so it grows with you. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're scaling your business. Our platform supports every step of the way.
So if you're a coach who's ready to simplify your tech, save time and money, and grow your business, CoachCore is here for you. We believe that coaches should be empowered with the right tools to build a sustainable, thriving practice. So why not take a moment and check us out?
So visit us at coachcore.ca to learn more and start your journey toward business growth and tech freedom. And trust us, you don't want to miss the difference CoachCore can make in your coaching practice.
Thanks for tuning in to Millennial Life Coaches podcast. Let's get back to the episode.
Mm-hmm.
You speak from such experience, and I can tell you've helped lots and lots of women in all different industries. Tell me a little bit about your background and how you
Yeah.
developed your own business and where your experience comes from, Vanessa.
Oh my gosh. Lorna, I can yap if you can't tell already. So please feel free to cut me off if my story gets too long. But where do I start? I'm 27 years old. I will turn 28 in December. I know I get that face a lot. Um, I consider myself really grateful for everything that I've been through, but it hasn't been an easy path. So if I take it back to the very beginning for you, my parents are Colombian Puerto Rican, and those that's known to be two of the very strong Hispanics. And the reason I always mention this is I was raised in a household where it's passion, fierce, make it happen. Like very much that Hispanic in me is like, if you challenge me, prepared to get proved wrong. Like I will prove you wrong. Um, and I've always been a very look at a glass half full kind of gal. So I go through life looking at things in a positive way. And I think all of this truly plays a role into running a business because if you're constantly just looking at the negatives, if you're constantly just weighing yourself down, you will eventually just slow down versus if you look at things positively and it's like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep showing up. So that's from the crib, little things that I had in my life. And then for the majority of my life, I was raised faith-based in a Christian household, and I worked in a mega church here in Miami, Florida, as the executive assistant to the pastor's wife. And when I say executive assistant, I essentially did everything. I was a personal assistant, I was an admin assistant. I really had no life. There were no boundaries. And I'm grateful it was when I was so young because I had that freedom and flexibility. I was at her beck and call. Whenever she would call me, I would run. The beautiful part of the experience, aside from the no boundaries, which I later learned was something I had to implement in my life, I did get the chance to travel the world with her. She went on a lot of mission trips. And I think this is where the passion inside of me of wanting to help other people was born. Like going to a mission trip and seeing that my organizational skills, my planning skills was able to change somebody's life. Like I can organize an event where someone could walk in as one version of themselves and walk out as another version of themselves. I carry that forever. And I always knew whatever skills I do have that I'm gifted with, I want to use it for other people. Like it's never just for me. And I carried that with me throughout the most difficult times in my business, like knowing it's not just about me, it's so that I can succeed and then help other women succeed. Um, Eventually, that chapter in my life came to an end. She retired, was no longer traveling. I had an office job in that same mega church, and I realized I didn't want to be stuck in four walls and I wanted to reach more people. So I didn't know what I was going to do. Surprisingly enough, I never saw myself as a business person, but I came across a course that would help you become a virtual assistant in 6 weeks. And I took the risk. And I was like, I know how to do admin stuff. I'm good at organizing. I can do this. And full honesty, I never had a financial goal. Like I showed up and I was like, I want to make enough to pay my bills and I'll be happy. Like I just want to have the flexibility to go to therapy. I want to have the freedom to own my own time. I needed to do a lot of healing from my old 9 to 5 job. So I took the course, was successful. It was amazing. I booked out my virtual assistant services in 3 months. I was making the bare minimum. I will say that. I don't want to mislead anyone. I wasn't making 20K months as a virtual assistant. I was making roughly around, I hit the 5K mark just as a virtual assistant, but it was very execution based. Like I was glued to my laptop and I was working very hard at that point. And I just realized the cycle repeating itself. And it started off very freedom based, very flexibility. And then when I saw how much money I could make if I just kept stacking on more clients, I bit into it and I was like, well, if I can make this kind of money, I'm going to say yes to the clients. There was also a lot of people pleasing in me, didn't know how to say no, didn't develop a lot of leadership yet. So a lot of the lessons I teach my clients are because I learned them the hard way and it was difficult to get out of those situations. But I built my roster up to like 7, 8 clients at one point. I hit the 10K mark. I was offering virtual assistant work and online business management, hit the 10K mark, but hated my life, like glued to my laptop, just tired, drained. And I realized I just recreated my 9 to 5 and some in my job. And while I didn't have an office space I was clocking into, I definitely built like a 4 cage wall for myself where it was me, my laptop, and I didn't have time for anyone else. And that was never the goal. That was never what I wanted to do. So I had to go through what is now my own signature framework of asking myself the brutally honest questions. What would I never offer again if I didn't have to? What would I never sell again if money didn't depend on it? And I got my answer. I would never take on another VA client that traded my time for money, personally. I would never take on another OBM client that I didn't enjoy working with just because it was a high ticket offer. And I realized what I really wanted to do was help other women make bank and feel good. The exact situation that I was taking myself out of. Like, I wanted to make the bank, I wanted to make the 10K months, but I wanted to feel good doing it. If not, it wasn't worth it. Like those 10K I was making, being drained and exhausted, I could throw it out the door. Like I didn't care for it because I didn't like my life having it. So I wanted to help women get the opposite and avoid the mistakes that I've made. And I think everything I've learned has been because of my grit of pushing my business forward. Like I was once a beginner in everything. I was a beginner in becoming a coach. I was a beginner in selling my services for the first time. I was a beginner in building my framework for the first time and talking to people in the DMs for the first time. And the thing that made me good at it was the fact that I was so determined to succeed. I was okay making the mistakes. I was okay getting told no. I knew that no was a part of business. Um, I pushed forward until I became really freaking good at it. And then I was able to help other women do the same thing. So it's a little bit about my story.
Whoa. Okay. This is amazing. This has so many parallels to lots of other coaches that we connect with.
Yeah.
This is such a familiar story that you end up going into coaching to coach people almost through the journey you've just been, like, because it's
Yeah.
so transformational for you, you then feel
Yeah.
to make that transformation in other women. So it's like a
Hmm.
full circle. So
Yep.
totally makes sense to me. Um, it sounds like you've been so successful already. Like what does success look like for you right now?
Yeah.
How your business is
Yeah.
at the moment?
Oh, I love that you asked this question. So I also want to say, like, just touching upon what you just mentioned and reiterating, one thing I have found coaching, and I've recently found out it's actually a psychology fact, is we always end up wanting to help previous versions of ourselves. And that's why we see it's such a common pattern in so many people. Like someone who goes through a really tough breakup might feel the calling to become a breakup coach or some sort of therapist to help women through that. So, a lot of times when women are stuck and they're like, I don't know, I ask them, like, what about the previous version of yourself? Do you want to help women never make that mistake again? Like, what was the most pivotal changes that you went through in your life or realizations that you have, and like extracting that wisdom from them? So, I also say that humans are creatures of habit. So, as much as you hated your 9 to 5, when you start your business, you didn't know anything other than your 9 to 5. So your habit is going to create it unless you catch yourself and you stop yourself. Um, but anyways, success for me right now looks like I have two main offers in my world. I should say three. One is my one-on-one coaching, which is currently booked out, and I'm so grateful for that. But that is where I have my high touch container, the women that I'm helping Monday through Friday just build their dream businesses and put in the work, refine, refine, refine. I have my mastermind coaching hybrid program, which is where I help one to many women. And this, it's called The Shift. It's where I help them truly shift their business when they're at a point where their business is good, they're getting paid, they're getting booked, but it doesn't feel right. It's not satisfying everything that they want. And I get a variety of different women in this program. It's service providers who don't want to be service providers anymore. And they're like, I never want to be a VA, social media manager again. Like, I want to help other women. I want to inspire other women. For some of them, that looks like coaching. For others, it looks like course creation. For others, it looks like content creators. It's just finding the right fit for them. And then I also get women who do love what they do. They're like, I do love being a virtual assistant, but my business is not sustainable right now. So we scale, like we shift the things that we need to shift to say, how can we keep you in the industry that you love, but make it sustainable for your life? So that is my program, my group coaching program. And then I have a free community that I welcome women into. Um, and this is just women that are genuinely trying to push forward their business, and they're just, it's not competition. It truly is everyone that believes like let's build on each other's shoulders. And it's so amazing to see what women do when they come together, because they're in there sharing leads with one another, they're checking in with one another, just a free space for anyone who maybe isn't ready to invest but wants to connect with women and has the passion to push it forward. Because I've been in the place before myself where I had all the drive to push this forward, but I didn't have the finances to invest in coaching yet. So, success for me in my business is successfully running these three simple offers that light up my soul, bringing in those 20, 30K cash months and it feeling good because it's all helping women do the same thing. And while the money is good, I've never been one to like brag about money. It's even better when you know this money is having a ripple effect into other women's money and is putting money into their hands. Like the only reason I can make this is so I can teach them how to make it. And I think that's how I would define success for myself. It's not about just making this money and not causing real transformation for women. It's about making this money and knowing it's giving them this same money back into their hands. So that's how I would define success for me. Also, a little bit of like life in there.
I was
Like,
just going to ask, that's the business, but what about success in
yeah,
life? Like
yeah.
what else is
Oh
going
my
on?
gosh. Life is, I live a soft life. And what I
I
mean by that is,
love that phrase, a soft life. Yeah.
yeah, I live a soft life. It looks like I go to the gym every day after running my business. I spend time in the sauna and I treat the sauna like my spa. It's just like my refresh and I rot and melt in there. I'm really happy with the simple things. Some days people don't expect this, but I'm a little bit of a gamer. So some days I'll grab my Switch and I'll play some video games to just like relax my mind. And then on weekends, if I'm not at a concert or at a golf event with my boyfriend, I'm with my family doing nothing, watching TV, laughing, just out of each other's company. Or I recently got into making pizza from scratch. So I'll make my boyfriend and I pizza from scratch. Like I'll make my own dough, roll it, just a really soft, wholesome life.
That is so cute. That is on my list as well. I'm very much
Yeah,
like, um, I wouldn't say lazy, I would say soft is the right word.
yeah,
It's chill, like lots of downtime, no,
yeah.
not rushing, not stressing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've been surprised how much I've enjoyed like being in my garden because like
Yes.
we moved last year and we have this lovely garden.
Okay.
I've just surprised myself with how much I've enjoyed like being outside in nature and
Yeah.
like gives you something different. I don't know what it is. Like going to the gym, definitely, but
Yeah.
being outside, I'm surprised.
Touching grass. Yeah.
Like it's like all these old school things that they used to tell you about, like drink
Yeah.
water and like go for a walk. They actually still work. Like do
Surprise. Yeah, surprise. They were right. They knew something.
yeah. So oh, that sounds like you've got loads going on then in business and in like I'm such a pizza fan as well. Who's not? That
Oh
sounds
my
amazing.
God. Oh, but this is an important question. Do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
You are going to hate me because I do actually have pineapple on the
No,
pizza.
me too. Me too. Me too. Me too.
That would be my choice. A ham and pineapple would be my choice. And
Yes, that's
I
what I
think
make myself.
yeah, people are going to hate this, but there's something about it. I really like the sweetness.
Yes, 100%. But we're on the same team. We are allies.
See, if we
It
were on
belongs.
the same time zone, we could go out for a pizza or I could come round.
Yeah, I can make you one. One day, I don't know when, I will make you one and we'll
We
find a
talk
way.
about this all the time. Like everyone's so spread out around the world, which is so
I
lovely.
know.
Like we never get to see, like,
I
each
know.
other.
That's the tough part about it. Yeah.
Oh, well, I could honestly, I could probably yap and chat with you all day, but I just want to bring
Yeah.
this to an end. I don't want to take up too much
Yes.
time,
Of
but just
course. Yes.
give us the headlines of like where people can find you, what stuff they can
Yes.
check out straight away, and like
For
anything
sure.
like jump into straight away if they've like me, like loved the conversation and want to explore
Yeah.
out.
For sure. I also just want to say time has flown with you.
Isn't
Like
it?
I looked at the time and I was like, where the heck? I'm a yapper. I'm so sorry, guys. I can yap. So you can find me. I like to keep things really, really simple. So to make it simple for you guys, you can find me on my Instagram. It's my one main platform. It's Vanessa Marie, and I'll spell it out for you guys because some people get it wrong. It's Vanessa That's two E's at the end. And then once you find my Instagram, there's a link in bio. You will find all my resources in there. depending on where you're at in business and what you're looking for, you can either opt into the free community if you just want a space of other badass business owners that are going to push each other along. The link is in the bio and you can opt into it immediately. If you are in a space where you say, hey, Vanessa, like, I have a business that it's running, but it feels like a job. It's draining the soul out of me. I need to shift, then your place is going to be my Shift Mastermind. It's group coaching, self-paced course. You get tailored support. It's not copy and paste. Like we will be jumping on one-on-one calls together. And just like we talked about on this call, architecting and designing the business that is meant for you. And it's not just the design, it's also developing the skills to successfully sell that design. So, developing your messaging skills, developing your skills on sales calls, developing your content skills. Because I'm not a girl that subscribes to going viral, but I'm a girl that subscribes to you can have a small audience and convert the clients because you're speaking directly to them. So, the shift is where that all happens. It is a 6-month mastermind hybrid. And then one-on-one coaching is currently sold out if you were to say, I want that really high touch support from you, but you can apply to the waitlist. So if and when a spot opens, you can join into that and you can find all of that in my link in bio. Really simple.
Amazing. Right. So everyone's,
Yeah,
and we'll make sure we add your Instagram
Mm.
links, any other links that you've shared with me. We'll put them all in the show notes of the podcast and
Perfect.
video so people
Amazing.
can come and find you. That's amazing. Well, the time literally has flown. I can't believe that's been the whole episode.
Yeah, it felt like 10 minutes.
Just about pizza and like men.
Literally, literally. Ugh, man. Oh, it's been a
But
beautiful time.
yeah, thank you so much. I've laughed
Likewise.
way more than I thought I would. This is lovely. But
I'm
thank you,
glad.
Vanessa. I will leave you there and
Yeah,
hopefully we'll catch up with you very soon. Thank you so much.
likewise. Thank you, Lorna.